You know that feeling when the iOS update notification pops up? It feels like it happens every other week, right? Well, the latest one is here, version 26.4.2. So what's the deal with this one? What does it actually mean for you and your iPhone? Let's break it all down.
I know exactly what you're thinking. Another one? It's so easy to just dismiss these little updates and hit remind me later. But honestly, they often pack some really important changes. So the real question is, beyond just a new version number, what's actually different? That's what we're about to find out.
And really, that's the whole story with this update. iOS 26.4.2 isn't trying to completely reinvent your phone. Nope, this one is all about fine-tuning. It's packed with those small, quality-of-life improvements that just smooth out the rough edges and make your iPhone, well, just work better.
Okay, first up, let's get to the fun stuff. We're talking about the new features that you're going to see and be able to use the second you update. These are the big, front and center upgrades.
This right here is the headliner. For the longest time, widgets have just been these little static windows, right? They show you information, but that's it. Well, with this update, they finally come to life. You can now actually do things right from the widget on your home screen without ever opening the app. Imagine ticking off a to-do item or pausing your podcast right there. It's a game changer.
So how do you get this working? It's super simple. Just find a widget you want to use, long press on it, and you'll see a menu pop up. Tap Edit Widget, and boom! There's a new little toggle that says Enable Interactivity. Just flick that on and you are good to go. It's a tiny change in your settings that makes a huge difference in how you use your phone.
All right, let's talk about something that I think solves the problem for pretty much everyone, the cluttered camera roll. You know what I'm talking about. You take like 15 photos of the same thing just to get that one perfect shot. Well, iOS 26.4.2 has this really clever solution called automatic photo stacking.
So here's how it works. Your phone is now smart enough to spot all those similar-looking photos. It then automatically bundles them together into a neat little stack. But it gets better. It even analyzes them and suggests which one it thinks is the best of the bunch. This is going to keep your photo library so much cleaner, and just think of all the valuable space you're going to get back. It's like having a personal photo assistant right on your phone.
Okay, so we've talked about the flashy, cool new features. But with any software update, some of the most critical changes are the ones you'll never, ever see. We're talking about what's going on under the hood, the stuff that keeps your phone running safe, sound, and smooth.
And, this quote really just hits the nail on the head. We all love new features, for sure. But it's the foundational work, the security fixes, the performance tweaks, that really matters for your privacy and for making your phone last longer. These are the real unsung heroes of every single update.
So just how important is this particular update? Well, I want you to look at this number, 35. What is that? That is the number of critical security vulnerabilities that have just been patched in iOS 26.4.2. These aren't minor bugs. These are serious flaws that could have been exploited, and this update slams the door shut on them.
So let me be really clear about this. By doing nothing more than just installing this update, you are making your personal data, your photos, your messages, your banking info, significantly safer from all kinds of potential threats. In this day and age, that right there is probably the biggest reason to ever update your software. And hey, beyond security, this update also squashes some of those really annoying bugs. Here's a big one. Have you ever been using maps for directions and just watched your battery percentage plummet? It was a real problem. Well, with 26.4.2, they've totally optimized how navigation uses power. You should see a real noticeable improvement in battery life on your next road trip. Okay, so we've seen the cool new features, and we get just how important those fixes are under the hood. So it all comes down to the final big question. Should you hit that update button right now? Let's lay it all out and get to a final verdict. If we just look at the breakdown here, the pros column is, well, it's pretty stacked. You're getting awesome new interactive features, a huge security boost, and better battery life. On the cons side, it's really just the usual stuff. Any new software could have a few minor undiscovered bugs, and of course you'll need Wi-Fi and a little bit of time for it to install.
So looking at all that, our verdict is clear. It's simple. Update now. Seriously, the critical security patches alone make this an absolute must-have. The new features and the bug fixes, those are just incredible bonuses on top. The benefits here just completely outweigh the tiny inconvenience of the update process.
And if you're ready to do it, it could not be easier. Just grab your phone, open up the Settings app, then tap on General, and then go to Software Update.
You'll see iOS 26.4.2 sitting there waiting for you. Just hit download and install and let your phone do the rest.
So as we wrap this up, I'll leave you with one final thought. All these small, incremental updates, they feel like they're just about perfecting the iPhone we have in our hands today. But what if they're also laying the groundwork, brick by brick, for the massive changes that are coming tomorrow? Makes you wonder what's really being built under the surface, doesn't it? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.